Alrighty, let's see if I can get this somewhat working. Alrighty, send me a message if this is working for you. I'm having some weird issues because I haven't done a stream for such a long time. But welcome everyone to today's freelancing workshop. What I'm doing is at the moment streaming through the Safer Internet Project freelancing workshops, and this is the first one that I've sort of decided to do like this. And I know my camera's like way down in the corner and tiny and all the rest of it, and I can make that bigger later. But the main sort of reason for this live stream is that I wanted to highlight what goes on at the Safer Internet Project, specifically within the freelancing workshops. So this is a bit of a surprise session, so there's not actually anyone in the session, which is fine. But yeah, the kind of whole idea around the freelancing workshops is to discuss as a group people who are working as cybersecurity consultants or IT consultants, IT freelancers in general across the IT industry to work for themselves, to travel the world, to basically to do the things that I do each and every day. As I do, I currently live overseas. I work for myself primarily, and yeah, I mean I do a lot of other retainer contracts and stuff as well, which is good. But yeah, that's kind of the whole deal of freelancing in cybersecurity, or at least the whole point of the Safer Internet Project, which is to help people to build their own projects, their own side hustles, their own consultancies. And if that sounds like you, then the Safer Internet Project is the place for you. So I'm not going to be answering questions out of the chat in YouTube. However, if anyone does join the Zoom session as a member on the Safer Internet Project, then I will answer those questions. Now, just before we sort of kick off, I have changed things slightly over the recent months, and more importantly, recent weeks over on the Safer Internet Project. Specifically for people who want to become or get access to courseworks. So the main sort of change, I guess, that I've done is that I've changed it so that you can just, if you want access to just one course, then you can get access to that course, and that's cheaper than or less expensive, I guess is maybe another way to say it, than getting a membership. However, the membership does come with one-on-one coaching, which is why most people do go for that option. So that's just a bit of a segue into what that is and what that is all about. Now, I'll chuck it in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat for anyone who's interested. It is https learn.tcip.app. For anyone who's interested, wants to become a cybersecurity freelancer, wants to get those projects, wants to learn how I built my consultancy, then that is exactly what I created this whole thing for. So, yeah, go and join it. Have some fun. Sorry about my voice. I am horribly sick. I almost cancelled this live stream, but I thought I'll do it just for the fun. Now, what I want to talk about a little bit more in detail is freelancing in cybersecurity, how I actually go ahead and do that. So for those of you who don't know, I currently live in Southeast Asia. I spend most of my time in around China, Japan, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. Those are sort of the main places that I go to. And I just sort of bounce around that sort of Southeast Asia region. I haven't gone to Bali yet, only because I've got a mate there who owns a pub. And if I go there, I'll probably never leave. I'll just live in his pub and get no work done. So for me, cybersecurity freelancing, as you can probably tell, is all about discipline. There's a lot of discipline involved in keeping yourself accountable and actually getting the job done. And to prove the point of that anyone can build a consultancy, I'm actually in the process of starting another consultancy that's completely faceless. So to prove it can be done without, the YouTube subscribers or the LinkedIn profile with however many people follow me there, and without that social presence, I think it's important to outline exactly the steps that I take to build this consultancy. And that's something that I'm doing, and I'm going to make videos about on exactly where I'm going with this, how I'm building it, how I'm going out and getting those clients, and really putting together a full-on series for people to watch and understand, and to get guidance on from the Safer Internet Project if you do want that one-on-one guidance, that push into cybersecurity freelancing or IT freelancing as a whole. There's this particular consultancy that I'm starting up is not specific to cybersecurity. So I've already got a cybersecurity consultancy. It'd be crazy to build another one. This one is going to be a full IT consultancy that I'm going to build up and show you the ropes, show you exactly what I do each and every day, how I turn up, how I get that job done. And I'm going to do that while doing my own work and doing, full week retainers from, you guys wouldn't believe, I start at like 5 a.m. I usually finish at around 6 or 7 p.m. Most days. That's sort of how hard I work. So I want to really show the effort that I put into building consultancies, so that if you are interested in doing it, you can, maybe you want to tone it down a bit and maybe not build as fast as I do, but you want to build your own consultancy, then that's what that's going to be about. I'm going to use these freelancing workshops, which I do every fortnight or every 2 weeks, on, for me, a Monday evening. Sorry, excuse me. Don't mean to cough into the microphone and effing everyone. But every 2 weeks I'm going to go over this as a bit of a presentation of what I've done during the last 2 weeks, what I've built, how I've got some clients in, and I'm going to talk about that on YouTube live streams, as well as in the Safer Internet Project Zoom, which it's open on my other window that you guys can't see. So with the Zoom sessions are every, as I said, fortnight. There are other weekly pen testing sessions. There's home lab building sessions. Sometimes we build CTFs. Sometimes we do CTFs as a team. Sometimes we do pen testing, compliance auditing, security hardening examples. We go through the whole thing, and they're all live examples. But for the freelancing sessions that I'm talking about, those are going to be about the process of building a IT consultancy, non-specific service IT consultancy. How I'm going to do that, who I'm going to meet each and every week, and probably every day as well, and how I'm going to try and bring in the work through that whole system and setup. So yeah, pretty exciting, to be honest. It's a big project, and it's not easy to build a consultancy. I guess the main question is, why would I build another consultancy? This time I'm doing it differently. I'm going to do this with a partnership with a very good friend of mine, to run that up as a business, because we're both busy, but we both want to give this a try just for the sake of it and to see where it goes, and to really prove the point that you guys can do this too. This isn't something that you have to be in Australia for, or in the US for, or it's not location specific on how to build a business like this, how to build your own consultancy, how to get the clients through. And to be honest with you, completely honest with you, something I talk about in the freelancing workshops is that I don't ever recommend using freelancing dashboards. I know some people do say that they promote themselves on Upwork or Fiverr or whichever it is. Those places are not where I really go to try and bring in any type of work into the business. Welcome, Rio, into the Zoom chat. I'll just give you a quick rundown and a heads up. This is being live streamed on my YouTube channel, and this is sort of the first of many freelancing workshops where I talk about what the freelancing workshops are at the Safer Internet project. Give me 1 second, guys, on YouTube. I think there's like 7 or 10 or something people on there. So give me 1 sec. I'm going to change up my camera slightly so that you can see the Zoom window. See if I can start that. Bear with me 1 sec. Live streaming is slow. Can you hear me okay, Ria?
Yeah, sure can.
Sweet. Okay. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to fix up my the old Streamlabs. This software just kills my computer every time I use it. It just absolutely bombs it. But anyway, I'm getting a lot of packet loss notifications, but that's all right. Alrighty, there we go. So now you can see that. I'm sharing my screen. Let me just make sure that the audio on YouTube is still working. Looks like not so much. Cool. So just to recap on what I was sort of talking about there, the freelancing workshops over the upcoming, probably foreseeable future, they are sort of for anyone watching on YouTube, they are a session where I talk with the members of the Safer Internet project to see where they're at, if they have any questions on trying to get clients in or how they should communicate different things to different potential clients, what sort of services they should sell, how much they should sell those services to. Those are the sort of questions that I cover in the freelancing workshops. However, with some updates, something that I'm going to do, and I was just mentioning, Rio, is that I'm starting another consultancy that's completely faceless. So it's not going to use my face or social on it at all, which is going to be interesting, to sort of show the process of if I was to start a consultancy, not IT, not cybersecurity specific, just IT in general, what I would do to start that type of consultancy, how I would build it up without using things like Fiverr or Upwork or freelancer.com or whatever. Those different many dashboards that exist out there. I'm going to try to get work through by doing direct outreach to people and without using my name, which is going to be tricky. So I'm not going to do it through my personal LinkedIn profile. I'm going to do it through a company, which is going to be interesting. And yeah, do a whole bunch of different outreach methods to build my own consultancy from scratch. And those will be live streamed across YouTube. And for anyone who wants to ask questions, can ask questions. However, they will need to come into the SIP live sessions to do that. Worth mentioning as well, and I know this has been a very sort of live stream based around the Safer Internet project, but that's basically what it is. That's exactly what this is, which is and something I want to mention is that with the membership to the live session access membership, you do have access to all of the previous live sessions that have been done, which is currently sitting around 370 hours of pen testing, home lab building, freelancing workshops. There's some attack and defend workshops in there that we were doing a little while back. CTF building, pen testing, compliance auditing, you name it. Cybersecurity, it's all in there. So yeah, come on in, have a look and check it out and enjoy the time over there. The other reason I sort of want to do it like this and to do these freelancing sessions on both YouTube and on the Zoom sessions, which is I might have to get a better computer because this is chugging my computer along. I can see the utilization is high, but something the other reason I want to do this is just to create awareness for what I'm doing and how I do it, but also to prove to you guys that the number one question I get is, how do I build my own consultancy from scratch? And I think that information is quite useful, which is why I'm going to live stream this so that it can be viewed later. And I'll create a separate playlist for this so that you can watch it from start to finish, to see the full progress bar, I guess, of building a consultancy. And to then, if you want that guidance, if you want that one-on-one help, you can get that, obviously, through the Safer Internet Project website, which is learn.tcip.app. But I mean, it's just really to prove a point that you can do this. You can do this from anywhere. It's not location specific. It's not super difficult to do. It's definitely something that you can do and create that potential financial freedom. Create the bigger freedom. The biggest freedom in life is having time and being able to be quite minimal in your life where you are. If you want to move one day, can you? Do you want to? Do you want to go to, I don't know, maybe you want to travel through Europe but still make some money? There's options for you. There's options in this world of IT services that exist. If you want to work as a freelance consultant, you can bring in a bit of money every now and then to make that dream happen. You can build a full-on business, and that's exactly what I'm going to do in these upcoming live sessions, is give you the story time of what's happened over the last 2 weeks and how I've brought in new clients into the business to grow it from scratch. And I'll give you full-on numbers. I'll tell you exactly where I went to get these clients, how much I'm charging them for different services, the whole kit and caboodle. Put it all out on the table. So smash a "That's awesome DC" in the chat if that's all you're really after, because that's all I'm really about, is helping you guys to win and to progress further in your either experience or careers, to really push ahead and create a legacy for yourself. That's basically all I had for today's live session. I didn't expect anyone sort of to turn up because it's been a while since I did the freelancing. I almost cancelled tonight because my voice is still scratchy and I'm somehow still sick 3 weeks later after being sick. I've been sick for 3 weeks. It's been horrible, but not looking for sympathy. I'm looking to help you guys smash it out there. So, is there any sort of last words, Ria, you wanted to say, or we Gucci to smash this one out?
No, I think we're pretty well Gucci. It's going to be interesting to see like the evolution of a completely faceless consultancy. Kind of like the next step on from like being a VTuber or something like that, like having no other presence. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. And
Yeah.
like I said, if this pans out really well, I can already see the application of this, of actually setting up, putting together your own framework for spinning up these consultancies and spinning up these different entities, as it were, and then having the different entities each target a very specific niche, like one for legal, one for dentists, one for psychologists, one for chiropractors,
Yeah.
and just have them all feed into the one place
I can tell you
and
exactly who
contract out
I'm
all the work.
going to target on this specific one. So I am cheating a little bit. I am going in with a partnership on this one because I simply just don't have the time to do this myself with the amount of work that I have coming in at the moment. So there is that. I'm doing this as a partnership. You can do this on your own though if you have plenty of free time. The industry that I am going to go in with is two industries. One is my favorite industry, which is real estate. The second industry is mining. So that's a new space for me. I've never gotten into the mining industries before to try and support them. I've never touched it. So brand new for me. Something completely brand new. I expect them to be one big hit consultancy projects, and the real estate to be more the bread and butter money. And you can sort of see already, if you're listening carefully, you can probably see already how I'm structuring this. I'm going for big hit, the big ticket items, as lots of people call it. Big ticket sales and bread and butter money, just to keep the cash flow going. Because that's how you build a business. You need cash flow. You need that money coming in to pay the bills and to hopefully pay yourself. And the project money is to really fill the coffers, to do those high ticket sales or whatever people call them these days. I don't know. But the bigger, more expensive project works where people block out like they need, I don't know, 36, 48, whatever it is, hours of work done. That's a big hit. If you do big hit money, like 48 hours times whatever you're charging, $100 an hour, then you add a little bit on top, then that's quite a bit of money. It's good crack. So that's kind of the thing. It should be an interesting play, this one. Hopefully it all works out. If it all goes well, then I'll have a consultancy that I won't know what to do with. If it goes badly, then we'll have learnt from the mistakes. So yeah, I'm to be honest, I'm fairly confident. I'm a generally confident person. If for anyone who knows me, if this is your first time on my YouTube channel, watching me talk, or the first time you've ever sort of heard me before, this is a brand new introduction. I'm very much a blinders on, get shit done and shoot for the stars type of person. And I just keep trying to brute force success until it works. Is it stable? No, not really. Sometimes not. But it does work. So yeah, consistency is key in everything. And this business is going to be a pretty fun one to start up. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Even if no one comes along to the live sessions to enjoy it with us, c'est la vie, really. I mean, you do you. But I think it's going to be really fun. So thank you for coming along. Thanks for popping in, Rio, into the Zoom thing. For anyone who's interested, who wants to follow this series along in detail, be able to ask questions, who wants to join in the Safer Internet project, to be part of a community who is building, who is succeeding, and who is really getting themselves out there and building a legacy for themselves. And I do call it a legacy because that's exactly what it is. One day I'll be able to pass this legacy down to my kids, and that is fantastic. That's exactly what I want. That makes me feel like a real man, that I can pass something on, even if they just sell it. They do whatever they want. Fantastic. Good for them. So if that's you, I'll see you in the next live stream. It'll be in 2 weeks from now. If you want to watch back through previous live sessions, head on over to learn.tsip.app. There's a link in the chat if you want to scroll up and see that. And watch through the sessions. Grab the freelancing coursework if you want to have a look through exactly how the blueprint that I've got, the framework of how I'm going to build my own consultancy again. It's all in there. It's all on the website. I'm not really hiding anything. Get cracking. I will have a look at one question here. It says, just wondering how much experience would it be recommended to have in the domain before doing this? Really depends on what services you want to sell. For this example, I'm not doing cybersecurity services. I am doing IT project work. So that'll be interesting. Bobby said, build that legacy with money that never inflates. Exactly, Bobby. Bobby gets it. Everyone listen to Bobby. He's a smart dude. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you guys on the next live stream in 2 weeks from now. And if you haven't already, join the Discord server. It's discord.gg/DC CyberSec. You can ask questions. You can talk with the community of SIP members as well as thousands of other people in there. I think there's like 7,000 people on that server at the moment, so it's going off like a frog in a sock. But yeah, it's good stuff. Head on in there, ask the questions, talk the talk, learn the things. I'll see you guys on the next session. Thanks for coming along. Peace out, and thank you to my VPN/Tailscale for holding up throughout this live stream. I didn't expect it to work, but it did, so awesome.